Creating a startup pitch deck, if you've never done it before, is really tough to do. You have to somehow, in a very short period of time, convince investors who may know very little about your company why your company is going to make them a ton of money. How short a time frame do you have? Well, let's start with you, the startup CEO. You maybe have 7 seconds to make a connection with your audience. And then you'll have maybe 2 minutes to tell the whole story of your company. But even if you've never done it before, trust me, it can be done. Today I'm going to teach you the slide structure to follow to give your company the best chance of raising your startup funding. I've raised over $100 million in venture capital and private equity funding, and I've helped startup CEOs like you raise rounds of between $50,000 and $150 million. I've been around a lot of fundraisings and I know what works and I know what doesn't work. So let's get started. We're going to use my startup pitch deck template as our guide. It's an 11-step sequence that gives investors the exact information they want in the sequence they're used to seeing it in. Click the link below today's video to get my startup pitch deck template for free. Before we go any further, let me explain that the purpose of an investor pitch deck is not to get you funding. The real purpose of your investor pitch deck is to get you that next meeting with an investor, and that eventually is going to lead you to your funding. It's very rare you will raise funding in one meeting. However, a well-crafted pitch and pitch deck will set you on the way to get your funding. If you're not already a subscriber, then hit that subscribe button right now, and you'll get notified every time I release a new video. Let's start with the cover slide. It's the simplest slide in the deck. All you want to do here is simply follow the directions on my pitch deck guide. Put your name, your title, hopefully CEO, the company's name, and the date that the deck was created. That's all you need to do. Now, do not put a version number of your pitch deck on your cover slide or anywhere in your pitch deck for that matter. Because when you get to version number 10 of your pitch deck and it's labeled as version number 10, your deck looks shopped. And when it looks like you've been shopping your pitch deck to a lot of different investors, it's a major turnoff for investors. So don't do it. Now let's move on to the executive summary. This is the most important part of your pitch deck because you have everybody's attention at this point. But you'll start losing that attention in maybe just 8 seconds, according to a study that Microsoft commissioned. A great executive summary tells the whole story of your company in a 2-slide problem-solution format. And you'll have maybe just 2 to 3 minutes to get your message across. The key here is to really lean into the pain your customers are facing because of the problems they are facing. Oh, and you need to do this without a huge amount of details, especially technical details. That comes later. Now that we're done with the executive summary, we're on to the body of your pitch deck. And in the body of your pitch deck, the idea here is to answer the questions that investors likely have about your company based on your executive summary. The first slide in this section is the team slide. This is a very simple slide that too many CEOs screw up. The purpose of this slide is to show investors that you have the right team assembled, especially executive team assembled, to solve the problem that you're trying to solve. Do tell me who's on your executive team. Do not tell me who's on your advisory board in this section. Remember, teams run companies, not advisory boards. Now we're on to the market slide. The purpose of the market slide is showing investors how big the total market is for your company and the served market is for your company. The total available market, or TAM, represents the whole market that products like your company makes serve, whether you can serve that whole market or not right now. The served market, or SAM, represents the market that you can attack today. Both the served market and total market are important to investors. Now here's a pro tip. Don't show me the math behind your served market or total market. You could put that in a backup slide if you want. If today's content is resonating with you, then you can hit that like button right now. Now we're on to the how it works slide. And in this slide, we're showing investors the secret sauce that allows your company to succeed. I call this slide the Goldilocks slide because we all know the story of Goldilocks and the three bears. And the how it works slide is no different. Let me explain. Too much detail will overwhelm your investors. Too little detail and your investors won't know enough about why you're different. You need to get the detail here just right. Next up is the product roadmap slide. The purpose of this slide is showing where your company's been and where your company is going in the future. Now here's the pro tip for making the slide really sing. Make sure to put month and years for each one of the milestones you're showing on this slide. It makes it look so much more real to investors when you do that. Next up is the competitive analysis. A well-done competitive analysis will give your investors confidence in you because you're showing the market knowledge you have. A 4-quadrant map, like the one that Steve Jobs did when he introduced the iPhone, is the norm and it's what investors expect. Now the pro tip for this one is do not leave out investors. When you cherry pick investors, it looks like you're hiding something. You don't want to do this. Instead, include all the investors. Believe me, it shows your confidence that you're going to win when you do that. The next slide is the go-to-market strategy. This is another critical slide because you're telling investors how you're going to make customers aware that your company exists. Remember, savvy investors have seen it all. So you need a well thought out strategy here in order to earn investors' trust. Now we're on to the final slide in the deck, the financial slide. I prefer a simple income statement format with a few extras like cash, headcount, and investment. This makes it really easy for investors to see exactly what's going on with your company in numbers format. The best example of this is LinkedIn's Series B pitch deck, as you can see here. Okay, we've gone through all the slides so you can build a great startup pitch deck. What did you learn from today's video? Put your answers in the comments column below today's video. And if you have any questions for me, put those in the comments column as well. I'll be happy to answer them for you. Now, as I talked about earlier, I have one more free extra for you. I have a free startup pitch deck template. It has all the slides you need, everything that we went through today, and it's yours for free. All you need to do to get your free startup pitch deck template is click the link below today's video. Now, to get more great content from me, all you need to do is just wait for about another 20 seconds or so, and some links are going to pop up, and all you need to just do is click them, and you'll get more content. I've really enjoyed speaking with you today. My name is Brett at brettjfox.com. Thanks a lot. I'll see you again next week. Take care. Bye.